everybody, this is TJR with a quick preview of an upcoming feature on the channel entitled Star Trek Reviewed. This will be probably one of the longest, most epic videos I've done on this channel. It's clocking in at about an hour and a half actually. The video features myself and my sister discussing in depth the original unaired pilot for Star Trek entitled The Cage. Besides being a very avid reader of science fiction, my sister was an active participant in the early days of fandom, and she was the person responsible for getting me into Star Trek. This preview will feature just some short snippets of some of our discussion and hopefully give you a little glimpse into the tone of the discussion we'll be having. If this video is well received, we will of course make more episodes of Star Trek Reviewed where we have in-depth discussions on other episodes of the original series. One thing I will state, however, though, none of those future episodes will be quite as long as this first one. We actually spend roughly the first 30 to 40 minutes just discussing our early experiences with Star Trek, how we got into it, the early days of fandom. We even have a brief discussion where we give our opposing views on enhanced original Star Trek. Before I begin the preview, there is one other thing I should let you know about. This series almost got nipped in the bud by Paramount CBS. I initially posted a private test screening of the video on YouTube that was only available for myself and my sister to look at, and that version actually got flagged by Paramount CBS for copyright violations since we did use clips and stills from the series to illustrate our discussion, which I want to add is allowable under fair use. Since that time, I have fixed the problems that were pointed out to me by CBS and Paramount, and so hopefully now there will be no further problems. Let's go ahead and play you the preview. Thanks everybody for watching. Bye-bye. Of course, growing up, there was this show called Star Trek that I had zero interest in.
My other brother, one of my other brothers, likes Star Trek, so obviously I don't.
Oh, okay. This was the early days of fandom then, the very earliest days.
It was the early days of fandom. It was, and series that were kind of around the time that Star Trek came out were like Lost in Space, Time Tunnel. I had seen some of those episodes. We're going to be watching the first pilot, which was made in 1964, but I'm not.
The network said it was too cerebral, was one of the comments which we'll talk about.
You already know. I have problems with the idea of enhancing original series Star Trek.
Quarters. First of all, you got that old Victrola-looking TV set thing, whatever it is there in the middle of the room. It's not a TV, I guess, but it's something. It's very much, to me, out of a classic 1940s, 50s, early 50s motion picture. We've got these little paper readouts that look like fax machine readouts, and which they never do again.
No.
In the original series, they phased that out.
That, and when he tells her that she's got to stay on the ship while they all go down on the planet.
Yeah.
You can just see the eye roll there.
Oh yeah, she's really not happy
and you
about
know
this.
that this has happened again and again and again.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, way cool.
Yeah, transporters. However, though, it's interesting. I should point out in the movie serial Buck Rogers, the original movie serial starring Larry Buster Crabbe, there is kind of a somewhat similar version of a transporter. They get into like this little elevator type of thing, a little like glass shot film against, and then film the two elements together to create one picture. And these matte paintings are gorgeous, and that was the technology of the time.
That's where Spock, whose character was not set in stone yet in this first pre-pilot, Smiles.
Yes.
Which was, they didn't cut out in the menagerie.
Yeah.
So it was there. Everybody was like, what?
Spock smiled. Because by that time we had his character very firmly established.
From his point of view, and you see this shadow moving about, and then you see a little bit of a creature.
Yeah.
And it's very effective. With the limited budget and the limited effects they had, how much impact they could get out of that.
Yeah.